Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at arklatex I'm meteorologist Josh Marces, and this is your Monday morning forecast update. It is shaping up to be an interesting weather day for us here in the Arklatex. We'll have some thunderstorms move through this morning, still watching to see if there will be a window where some of these storms will become severe. The ingredients are there today, and then following the morning storms, it's going to turn into a windy and cold afternoon, so some warm air this morning, but that will go away pretty quickly following the passage of the cold front, so make sure you take a jacket with you. Even if you don't need it this morning, you will definitely need it with the cool down in store this afternoon. But as far as the overall severe weather setup for us today, you can see here the ingredients for severe storms will be slightly higher across Louisiana and some portions of deep East Texas where some of that warm air is still in place this morning. So the thinking right now is that these storms will bring some hail and high wind today. There's a lower threat, but it's not completely zero as far as seeing an isolated or brief tornado spin up here. It's a much lower threat, but so far this morning seeing maybe a few storms out there that are maybe producing some small hail. You can see the front, which is now moving into the northern Arklatex this morning, which is bringing some of those storms with it. Current storm time, it looks like we could see these down to Texarkana maybe around 5 a.m. or so this morning, and I think if they do keep moving to the southeast at about 25, 30 miles per hour, that would put them into Shreveport maybe sometime around 7 o'clock, give or take, I would say a good 45 minutes or so. But the storms that are out there, not severe at the moment. We currently, as of early this morning, don't have any watches in effect, but where you kind of see that darker color, pink, purple, magenta, whatever you want to call that, that's potentially where we're seeing some hail, and that's storm now moving into portions of Little River County. So there will be some storms out there, even though they're not severe right now, capable of producing maybe some dime to nickel-sized hail early in the morning. And we'll see if that trend continues, because if it does, we could definitely see some severe thunderstorm warnings, especially for the potential for some hail. But again, this morning starting out with temperatures in the 60s. It's one of those days we see a handful of these each year where your temperatures will steadily drop off as we continue through the day. So warm this morning in most areas, but by the afternoon turning breezy and cold, so we should have afternoon temperatures in the 40s as well as the low 50s. So just kind of timing out everything on your Robbins Toyota FUTURECAST. It does show the front down through the I-20 corridor between 7 and 8 o'clock. So honestly, that's probably where the worst of the weather will be for the morning commute today, unless you're a early commuter in the I-30 corridor here, where those storms will be moving through about 5 or 6 a.m. or so. Storms race to the south, so they're out of here pretty quickly. So that weather, or that window for severe weather, will close pretty quickly, I would say, by the time we get to 10 o'clock or so this morning. We may see some lingering rain south of I-20 through about the noon hour today, but then we should dry out a bit this afternoon. Typically, we're slow to clear behind these fronts, so I don't think we'll see a completely sunny afternoon, but it may wind up being partly to mostly cloudy later today. We've got one disturbance on the heels of this one, which will actually try to kick up some rain later tomorrow and into Wednesday, and you can see maybe a few of those showers here Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, but the rain midweek will be confined to areas south of I-20. So after today, most of us will have to wait until late Friday or Saturday to see the rainfall return. FutureCast definitely come down on the rainfall totals. At one point a few days ago, we were showing accumulations maybe in the 1 to 2 inch range, but FutureCast has really backed off on the rainfall, showing most locations receiving less than an inch of rain, but there may be some spots down here where you see that green and yellow, where we could see an inch of rain south of Interstate 20. Definitely need to see the rain. We were hoping to see more than that given the drought conditions here. But the other story today, definitely the temperature drop right now behind the front. We've dropped into the 60s in Idabel as well as DeQueen. You can see what I'm talking about with those morning temperatures. You may have taken the dog for a walk this morning. It's 70 degrees or so, but by the afternoon, those temperatures dropping off quickly as that breezy north wind will kick in. So we do have a lake wind advisory, expecting northerly gusts up to about 30 miles per hour, and the wind should be a steady 15 to 20 miles per hour behind the front, and that's verifying at the moment here across the northern Arklatex. So expect what will be a breezy and cold afternoon. You can see the cold air kind of taking over here, so by the time we get to 10 a.m., everybody feeling that cool down, and for the commute home later today, those temperatures will be in the low to mid 50s and even a few areas in the 40s, especially with that wind out there. It will feel like it's in the 40s when you factor in that wind chill. So again, make sure you do have a jacket or a sweater as you head off to your destination this morning. Lows tonight, 30s and 40s. May see a brief freeze here along and north of Interstate 30, so cold night for sure in the 7-day forecast. We're on that temperature whiplash again this week, as we'll go from the 50s days, Monday and Tuesday. That slight chance of rain Tuesday night into Wednesday. And then later this week, we'll push record highs again Thursday and Friday. I think we could possibly break the record there on Friday, but we've got another cold front on the way Saturday. That front will be similar to the one we're seeing this morning, so it will be an early day front. Potentially could see some severe weather with that one, so we'll keep you posted on the Saturday severe weather threat, but it looks like most of us should dry out by Saturday afternoon. Cooler temperatures kind of taking over as we head through the upcoming weekend as well.